This short video demonstrates the implementation of a two-camera system on a large heavy-duty forklift. The need for the two-camera system is driven by the large heavy loads that they are handling and the visibility problems that are created by those loads and the large nature of the forklift. A major safety concern with large forklifts and large heavy loads has always been visibility. In this situation here with a large metal coil on the front of the truck, things and people next to and in front of the load up to 10 feet away are invisible to the operator from his position. With the assistance of a camera system, he can see the areas near and around the load that he could not otherwise see. In this situation here, a gentleman stands right in front of the coil with his shoulder against the load, and he can still be seen by the operator, whereas otherwise he would not be able to see at all. In this case, I walk out in front of the lift. I'm standing about 10 feet away, and the operator is telling me that he can't see me at all without the assistance of the camera. The operator's view behind the truck is obstructed by the high back end, which is about shoulder height, as well as the LP tank on the back of the truck. Visibility around the corners and up to about 5 feet behind the truck is hard to see for the operator's point of view. With the assistance of the rear view camera, the gentleman can be right up against the back of the truck or even 6 feet behind the truck and can be seen in the monitor image. Here we're asking the operator about visibility behind the truck. He's confirming that he can't see the gentleman standing against the back of the truck without the assistance of the camera. The camera allows the operator to see well enough that if he's backing up and somebody does start to walk behind the forklift, he'll be able to see them and avert an accident. The rear view camera lens is wide angle so that you can see around the back side of the truck as well as the back end. That way, if somebody's alongside the back portion of the truck, the operator can see them as well. And if somebody walks into the field of view, he can avoid an accident there as well. Another illustration of how, with the aid of the camera, the operator can see directly in front of the load and hopefully avoid an accident. This next section, we'll see what would happen when the operator is putting a coil into a rack. Keep in mind that the operator can't see what's going on up to 6 or 10 feet in front of the coil. If a pedestrian were to get in between here, between this rail and this coil, he would be at risk of serious injury, even death. In this situation, the operator would be able to identify somebody in the area before he put the coil away and avert any accidents. Our camera system would automatically switch to the rear view when the operator put the truck into reverse, allowing him to see any low-lying obstacles or pedestrians that might be behind the truck before he backs up. Here we see the tips of the forks in the front view camera without a load on. As the operator is driving over to pick up another coil and he brings the forks up, he can see them. This will allow him to see the alignment of the forks to the coil and could possibly aid in picking the product up from the rack. While not the primary function this camera system is designed for, it is an added benefit. Once again, when the operator shifts into reverse, he sees low-lying items and or pedestrians that would be behind the truck at this point, and he can avoid hitting anything that would damage the truck or injure a person. When the camera system is actually installed in the truck and the driver shifts back into a forward gear, the system would automatically switch the monitor view to the forward-facing camera. Even when not carrying a load, the large masts on these trucks do create an infringement to visibility. With the front view camera, the operator has an aid to see in front of him. Once again, shifting into reverse, a quick glance at the monitor will show the operator if there's an individual or an item or an obstacle behind him that would prevent him from backing up safely. The area behind the truck is not visible to the operator up to 6 feet away, as well as the corners being obstructed by the presence of the LP tank on the back of the truck. In this case, when the operator shifts to reverse, a quick glance at the monitor will show him whether there are pedestrians or obstacles that he might hit before he backs the truck. In this situation where he's backing into an area where there may be pedestrian or other vehicle traffic, intermittent glances at the monitor will tell him if there's somebody coming around the corner that's not visible from his vantage point. Once again, right in front of the truck, even without a load, the mast does obstruct some view. This gentleman could not be seen very well. Once again, this demonstrates how somebody right behind the truck would be at serious risk of injury, as they would be completely invisible to the operator between the high end of the truck and the LP tank behind the operator's seat. Once again, if somebody was standing alongside the truck right behind the operator, the rear view camera with its wide-angle lens would give the operator another opportunity to see that person before he moved the truck. As you can see from the video, the dual camera system eliminates blind spots associated with these large pieces of equipment. This allows the operator to drive the truck more safely, reducing risk to pedestrians, equipment, and other things present in the plant environment that could be damaged by a forklift truck. I think everyone agreed that the camera system was an excellent tool in reducing the risk of injury, the risk of property damage, and just improving the overall safety of the plant.